Sports on Air. Eventually, the game was almost ours, but last 2 minutes we faltered. What happened there? No, can you walk us through what happened to the team?
Yeah, we basically just failed to execute. I burned 2 timeouts specifically to run something, and both times we didn't execute. We didn't run the play that I designed off a timeout. And both times, one was a turnover leading to an uncontested layup, and yung pangalawa, a bad shot 3 points, same thing, uncontested layup. So that hurts because we were leading 5 less than 2 minutes. Like I said, sabi ko sa team, winning times like that, we have to execute. Di naman ako magsusunog ng 2 timeout para lang magsunog ng timeout. There was a reason why I called the timeout because I wanted us to score. I wanted us to execute. At ang masakit, hindi kami umabot. Hindi talaga namin ginawa kung ano yung hindi narawin sa timeout.
Now, Coach, eto, next practices natin, syempre, you will see to it that you embed a winning culture to this team and teach them how to close out games. How will you attack the next practices?
Well, basically, number one priority is to show them our mistakes this game. I always do that after a game review. Not to blame anybody, but to show them the mistakes and the things that we can still improve on. The only way to get better is to know your past mistakes. Pag hindi mo ina-admit yung mali mo, hindi mo in-honor yung mga mali mo, hindi ka mag-i-improve kasi dinideny mo yung mga mali mo.
Sinabi niyo nga, Coach, na malaking test yung next game natin. Kamusta naman ang maging preparation natin dyan? And how will you expect the team to respond to this challenge?
Well, I expect them to respond to the challenge because Bataan is not Paranaque. Definitely not. Bataan is a star-studded team. Yung lineup nila halos all-star. Hanggang third group meron pang starter ng ibang team. So, and they have a very good coach, Coach John. So, it's a challenge for us. We have to, learn from this right away, bounce back, and then get to work. Get better. The only way is to get better.
Okay, Jay, it was a good game. It fell short in the last 2 minutes. Walk us through what happened.
Like Coach said in the locker room, we basically didn't follow game plan. We had a good practice the whole week, but we weren't able to, bring that onto the court today. We made a lot of mental lapses, and we didn't play very good down the stretch. And in a close game like that, you're not going to be able to win if you don't execute.
Okay, the last 2 minutes, 3 turnovers, converted to 7 points. Talk about finishing the game that this team needs to learn how to close out the games.
Our game plan was to keep them from transition, a lot of transition points. That's what they're good at, and also to keep them from getting to the free throw line, which they're also good at. And we didn't do neither one. And I think most of their points were off transition and free throws. And end of the game, we really have to know, especially defensively, who they're going to go to. And the guys that we should give open shots to and the guys that we shouldn't give open shots to. And at the end of the game, we didn't do that. Their best player was able to shoot that big 3 that they hit. And, that was the shot that allowed them to get, to win the game. So, offensively, we just gotta do better. We have to see guys that are open. We have to make extra passes and just have to play a lot smarter.
Okay, now moving forward to the next practices. Of course, this is a team that most of the core were not here from last year. It's particularly a new team. How do you develop that clear instinct in a team like this?
It's just practicing hard, man. And actually, games like this, even though we lost, we really just have to learn. We have to learn from it. We have to remember the things that we didn't do well and the things that we need to improve on. It hurts that we lost, but if we learn from this game, moving on to the next games, then it won't be as bad. But if we go into the next game making the same mistakes, then that shows that we're not learning, and there's something's got to change if that happens. So, we're gonna be in practice looking at film for sure with Coach Mac, and we're gonna see our mistakes, and I trust the guys. I think we'll be able to learn and get better.
All right. Hey, Mikey, It was a game that almost fell into your hands, but eventually, the last 2 minutes, you guys fell short. Walk us through what happened there.
Well, I think it was actually in our hands the last 2 minutes. Bad execution in the end. Bad second quarter, wherein they led by as much as like 15-14. And then the start of the third wasn't good as well. So it was the end of the third to like mid-fourth wherein we made our run. But then we gotta commend that team, the resilience of that team. At mga bata pa yun, and led by Jamal Vizcara. So they made big shots. We didn't execute down the stretch. We had 50-50 balls. I'm guilty of one that I didn't get. I should have gotten and could have sealed the ball game. We have to live with our mistakes and learn from them.
Sabi nga ni Coach Mac, we gotta learn from this.
Yeah.
And what are the things what are going through your mind right now na kailangan natin matutunan sa laban na
It's
to?
just that extra effort. And I think we also need to play better as a team because our record doesn't speak. Yung lineup namin doesn't speak. Doesn't show kung sino talaga kami. Obviously, our lineup is packed. We have good wings, good guards, we have good bigs. So we have to find a way to get out of this slump. When we go up against teams that are resilient, dun kami natatalo. Lost to Pasay, Bicol, mga teams na kahit mag-run ka talagang babangon at babangon. And I think that's the one thing we need to learn is to play together. It is really put in that extra effort to win ball games. I think it's our third time na natalo kami, nadikitan sa dulo. So, just have to find ways to win.
Thank you for watching. Click the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified with our latest videos.